Exercises. Number 1, Jake decided to make an app icon to help his game be easily recognizable to his friends. Is Jake's app icon proportional to his original sketch? So we're going to do similar to what we did in example 1. We're going to start with a table. So I'm going to compare my original sketch to the app icon. And I'm going to pair it my corresponding sides. So I have a 1 inch and 1/2 inch. I'm going to work clockwise again, so 1 and 1/2. 0.75, which would also be 3/4. And then over here, 3/8. And then 7/8. And over here, 7/16. So in order to see if our table is proportional, we do our y divided by our x. All right, so let's start with row 1. We have 1/2 divided by 1, which is 1/2. Row 2, same thing, 1/2 divided by 1, which is 1/2. Row 3, we have 3/8 divided by 3/4. So keep, change, flip. I notice these are both 3s, so I can make them into 1s, divide them both by 3, and I get 4/8, which simplifies down to 1/2. Row 4, I have 7/16 divided by 7/8. So keep, change, flip. These are both divisible by 7. Which leaves me 8/16, which simplifies down to 1/2. So is this proportional? Our answer would be yes. Our next question says, get in the picture, what was the constant of proportionality that Jake used to make his app icon? So each of these came out to a K value of 1/2. So our K value, our constant, would be 1/2. All right, number 3. Use a scale factor of 1/2 to find the lengths of a scale drawing of the table below. Write your answer as a fraction using the slash button or a decimal. So you had a couple of options on how you could enter in your answer. So let's do side 1. Our original is 1/4. We're applying a scale factor of 1/2, and we get a new side of 1/8. Okay, side 2. We have an original side length of 1/2. We're applying a scale factor of 1/2. When we multiply, we get a new side length of 1/4. And then side 3, I have 1.5, which is the same thing as 3/2. So I have an original side length of 3/2. I'm applying a scale factor of 1/2. And I get an ending side length of 3/4. Okay. And number 4. John is building his daughter a dollhouse that is a miniature model of their house. The front of their house has a circular window with a diameter of 5 feet. If the scale factor for the model house is 1/30, what would the diameter of the window in the model house be? Give your answer in inches. So I'm going to draw a picture. So here's the circular window, and a diameter is all the way through the center of the circle from side to side. So I know that my diameter is equal to 5 feet. So we're going to start with that 5 feet, and we're going to apply a scale factor of 1/30. There we go. Now we can multiply. 5 times 1 is 5. 1 times 30 is 30. We can simplify that down. These are both divisible by 5. That would give us 1/6 of a foot. Now we need to change that into inches. I know there are 12 inches in a foot, so I'm going to figure out how many inches this 1/6 is. So 6 times 2 gives me 12. 1 times 2 is 2. So on the model it would be 2 inches as the diameter.